The 76ers, in my opinion, should be number 2 or number 3 in the East.
Because you're sleeping on the Raptors, bro.
I'm always sleeping on the Raptors, man.
Well, let's get into our first guest of the night. He is Clevis Murray of The Athletic Boston, making his Causeway Street debut.
The Athletic,
What's going on,
huh?
Clevis?
Doing good, yeah.
There you go, a little promotion, huh?
I feel special.
There you go.
You know I got to mention The Athletic, man. I got to shout you out.
It took you a while to get me here, but I'm glad to be here. We talked about this. I'm glad to be here for opening night. Nothing perfect for my debut.
See, I told Clevis like, weeks ago. I'm like, sometime down the road I'll get you on there. We'll see what happens. Season hasn't even technically started yet, and here you are with the Causeway Street podcast.
I feel special. I feel special.
I mean, you should.
You're right. I should. You're right.
All right, so where do you fall in this conversation? Are you on the Sean side in terms of seeing Philly as the bona fide number 2 in the East, or are you leaning towards Toronto like I am? Or is there another team out there, the Milwaukee Bucks? Where do you fall in terms of where you see the top 3 teams in the Eastern Conference panning out?
I think you guys are both right. I agree with the Sixers. I agree with the Raptors. I think those are the top 3 teams along with the Celtics. But I don't think the Celtics are a clear-cut favorite to make the finals, as some people think.
Wow.
I would not be surprised.
You brought this guy.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Raptors make it, because actually Kawhi Leonard is my pick to an MVP.
Okay.
And I would not.
Wow.
And I would not be shocked if the Sixers make it, because I think they can make that next step. I'm intrigued with how Markelle Fultz will play and how J.J. Redick coming off the bench will help that team as the sixth man of the team. So I think Celtics will have competition going forward, and I think people have to respect the Raptors and the Sixers.
So if those 2 things pan out, that's the biggest if for the Sixers heading into the season.
Yeah, I think the way Markelle Fultz plays, J.J. Redick off the bench. Outside of that, I mean, the team is basically the same. I mean, how has Ben Simmons developed? We know he probably doesn't have a jump shot, but I don't think he needs a jump shot because he's so dominant without it. How's Joel Embiid play? Can he stay? Health is the biggest question for all the 3 teams involved. Is Kawhi Leonard healthy? Is, Ben Simmons healthy? Joel Embiid healthy? Will Kyrie be healthy? How does Gordon Hayward transition back? There's so many question marks, and I think it's easier said than done to say in October, but what are we talking about come April?
So you say Kawhi Leonard's your pick for MVP. I tend to think that Kawhi Leonard may play 50 games this year. I just think that he is so checked out, and this move to Toronto.
Yeah, this isn't injury based, by the way.
This is not
injury based. He's just gonna sit out.
I'm going to LA. Why am I cold? Like that type of mentality up in Toronto.
I think that Kawhi Leonard may play up to the way he did in 16-17 because his reputation's already hurt.
Exactly.
If he does not play in Toronto to the level that people know he can, I mean, he will become damaged goods. I think he knows that, and I think he has to deliver at least 25-5-5, 25-5, something like that to his normal standards.
So I tend to agree. He has to prove something, but I don't think he has to prove it to the Raptors. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He has to prove it to LeBron James and the Lakers, where he's going to go next year. So if you're looking at Kawhi Leonard, he says, "Hey, I'm not damaged goods. I'll play 4 months of the season, and then I'm checked out.
Yeah.
I know I got my spot and my jersey waiting for me in LA, man. It's wrapped, man. But I mean, I will say if he does come out, I don't think it's gonna happen. Don't put me on the record, guys. All right. But if he does come out and play Kawhi Leonard 82 games, Kawhi Leonard, then the Celtics could be in some trouble because I do think when he's healthy, he's one of the top 5 players in the NBA.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
How he blends with Kyle Lowry is obviously going to be huge for this team. But also from a defensive standpoint, I just think having him on the defensive side over someone like DeMar DeRozan just changes everything for this team.
Yeah, and I think even with Kawhi, they were one of the top defensive teams last year, right? Maybe I don't know.
Oh, you mean with DeRozan?
Without Kawhi, with DeRozan. Yeah,
right.
They were, so you add him in. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think people need to respect the North. I think the Raptors might be a serious problem in the East along with the Sixers, but again, Kawhi Leonard's my pick for MVP. If not Kawhi, then I will say Kyrie since we are in the Harp.
Hey, don't let the Harp sway your opinion.
Right? That was my pick last year.
I'm angry fan.
I had Kyrie winning MVP last year, but I don't know if it's going to happen this year.
I just think to explain my MVP point just real quick, I think Kawhi Leonard is just going to have to do so much for that team because he is the guy. The Raptors don't have any other shot creators, any distributors like that. He's going to play that DeRozan role, except now he has to lock up the best defender. Because last year, DeRozan wasn't guarding the best man. That was OG Anunoby. Now OG Anunoby gets to kind of take a break and it'll be Kawhi Leonard now this year.
Not a lot of heat on him. Right.
Exactly. A lot of pressure.
I agree. How Kawhi goes, how the Raptors are going to go this year. So that's it.